I hope you had a little bite to eat out there. Compliments from our refugee friends. So I've got a story for you. 75-year-old Zero, and yes, his name is Zero, and his wife Kevda, originally from Eritrea, Africa, have been religiously volunteering with Ishkashita for over a year. Ishkashita Refugee Network is the refugee outreach ministry here at St. Francis, and this couple were warehoused and lived in asylum limbo for over 40 years before being permanently resettled to the US. And their adult children now span at least 3 continents that I know of. Their long-awaited resettlement was back when the US was the #1 world leader in humanitarian relief of the 32 nations that provide refugee resettlement for the world's refugees. We are no longer that world leader. My name is Barbara Eisworth, and my passions include languages, social justice, environmental justice, food justice, sustainability, and for the last 15 years, I've been interested in the multicultural definition of food literacy, in particular local food, and the diverse preservation techniques that exist out there for foods. I am the chair of Refugee Ministries Outreach here and the director at Ishkashita Refugee Network. Ishkashita harvests produce from people's backyards, farms, and orchards year-round to battle the social isolation many immigrants face when coming to the US, and we promote community integration. This week on our menu included harvesting 2,500 pounds of tomatoes, mostly green, and cucumbers from the UA hydroponic greenhouses on Campbell. Also, farm harvested leeks, onions, sundry squash, and 2 crates of edible weeds, otherwise known as purslane or verdolagas. Of course, this was on top of last week's 950 pounds of, yes, grapefruit. We're still harvesting grapefruit, which is in the tens of thousands. This is out of 150,000 pounds that we harvest every year, just little old Ishkashita. The elderly couple, through harvesting, helps to fill the shelves of food banks, the soup kitchens like Casa Maria, and rural shelters in Bisbee, Wilcox, and Benson. This is without much English and with no formal education. These two really know how to connect with people. They communicate without words, but with genuine love and a bit too much Tigrinya for me, because I don't understand Tigrinya, but they speak it a mile a minute to me. Anyways, they have faith that I'll understand, and one day, maybe I will. They communicate their strong need to belong. They communicate they need to be useful, all the while helping their new neighbors as they were once helped and harbored for 40 years in Sudan by others. The first time I dropped them to their senior apartment complex, I got confused why Zero insisted I drop them at the back door. Why? Because that's the way they had a ramp and a 3-tiered cart that they could unload my trunk filled with produce from Ishkashita, unbeknownst to me, so they could feed their elderly neighbors too. That, of course, brings a smile to my face over and over every time I take the time. Now, that gives them purpose. It makes them proud. They are the generous hero and shiro in their new home here. That makes them able to give to their neighbors, makes them feel useful. They have lots of time on their hands. English classes at Pima College are only 2 hours a day, 4 days a week. What do they do for the rest of the week? Ishkashita offers these opportunities for refugees, elderly and otherwise. Occasionally, Zero passes me a note that his friend has handwritten, translated for me. Or I get friendly phone calls with seemingly no purpose until I figure out that he simply wants to thank us and America for being here for them, for giving them help in paying for the monthly bus pass to get to Ishkashita, for supplying toiletries not covered by food stamps, or for repairing a donated bicycle so he can go to ESL classes and church. It is devastating that we are no longer the global leader in refugee resettlement. Our refugee acceptance numbers are at an all-time low. Without the nation's attention on refugee resettlement program, I fear that our program is being gutted across the country for people like those in Syria and Iraq that helped our armed forces while they were there, saving lives. And for people like from Congo and Sudan, and those fighting genocide from Burundi and the Rohingya from Burma. For those refugees overseas, no refugee program can simply mean death to them, but that's not in the news. If you're interested in advocating, not only for asylum seekers, but for the National Refugee Resettlement Program that's been operating since the 1951 UN Convention, then please come see me or contact me through the website or through the bulletin. My information's there. Working with UN refugees can sometimes change who you are, but often it reveals who you are. And again, we have many opportunities for each of you at Ishkashita. Today, by supporting St. Francis and Refugee Ministries, you are choosing love, you're welcoming the stranger, and generously supporting community integration for all, where all means all. Thank you.
Well put, Paul. Thank you very much. Call to Awareness, Stepping into the Weight by Mark People. At times, life seems an enormous waiting room with no destination. You were some walk stiffly to and fro, waiting for the pain to stop. Others wait for something good to happen. Still others fear that something bad will begin. The journey planned while they wait, I am each of them. It is such a struggle, has always been, for each of us to settle deep enough into the weight, W-A-I-T, and into the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, till we discover there is nowhere to go. Perhaps the greatest challenge, once fully awake, is to drop all the reaching and simply open like a clam, waiting until life in all its guises flood the half-closed center that is in us. Then God enters us like a brittle stone falling in a lake, and the past ripples behind us, and the future ripples before us, and we are the breathing eternity.